Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jesse M. Keenan.
Today I wanted to introduce the concepts behind the Community Growth Corporation, a hypothetical development model created with my partner Situ Studio for the Uneven Growth exhibition opening at MoMA next month. One challenge facing our cities today is the advancement of human development and spatial quality within the confines of limited public financial resources. One of the very practical limitations which crosses over by and between the public and the private sectors is the limited supply of affordable housing. As we shift from a policy focused on job creation to that of housing creation, a relationship not so easily divided, we look to alternative models which can bridge financial and social capital in order to leverage a greater common good. The Community Growth Corporation is a crowdsourced model which seeks to do just that. One source of public capital often unappreciated in New York City is the unitized measurements of the right to build, expressed as FAR and transacted as transferable development rights, or TDRs. In many cities around the world, from Tokyo to Rio de Janeiro, TDRs are treated as a public good and are auctioned off and sold to the highest bidder. In New York City, TDRs are merely a private good, as the rules for the transactions are restricted to a select number of scenarios for exchange, usually through zoning lot mergers on contiguous properties. Assuming that TDRs are a public good held by private individuals, it raises the question as to how do we capture the value associated with such markets in the advancement of public policy, and who should benefit. In communities all across New York City, very small amounts of excess FAR are held in properties which will never utilize this excess capacity, largely because there's an economic disincentive in the costs of capturing the excess FAR outweigh the benefits of utilizing it. The Community Growth Corporation is premised on the idea that small incremental amounts of unutilized FAR held by affordable housing properties, that is, those properties which are supporting populations who are otherwise cost burdened, can exchange into an FAR bank their excess FAR in exchange for corporate shares. The Community Growth Corporation then auctions off the FAR to be utilized in nearby receiving zones which have the capacity to accommodate high-density development. Some of the FAR is also cycled back into the community for the provision of infill affordable housing. One unique legal innovation behind the Community Growth Corporation is that the shares are actually held in an in rem trust by the properties themselves. Again, only properties serving affordable housing needs. In many ways, this is an inverse proposition to what we know of as the community land trust. This way, people may come and go, but because the shares are held by the properties themselves, future generations and residents will benefit from this capitalization of a public resource. As long as the properties maintain their affordability, then we will benefit from owning the shares. The larger ambitions of the Community Growth Corporation is to promote the preservation of affordable housing, which is an equal or greater challenge to the development of new affordable housing. In this sense, residents are merely beneficiaries of the trust during their tenure in the properties. However, as beneficiaries, the residents don't receive cash dividends from the shares. What they do get is the option to vote on how the money is distributed back into the property and the community. The first tier of dividends will flow directly into improving the physical conditions of the participating affordable housing stock, energy-efficient boilers, windows, air conditioning units, and the like. The subsequent distributions of dividends could go into streetscape or park improvements or daycare or even senior care. After providing a great deal of financial sensitivity to the model, it was interesting to see that the performance of the CGC, as we call it, was very similar to that of credit unions, which are themselves an often unappreciated community asset. In this sense, the options for the community investments are endless. However, what is clear is that the model has the real capacity to bridge financial and social capital in a way which addresses some of our core challenges in the realm of affordable housing. The Community Growth Corporation also provides a scale and a rule set for advancing the necessity of architectural design innovation in infill housing, in this case undertaken but with Situ Studio. The organization of the CGC and its modes of experimentation and design will be on display in the coming months at the Museum of Modern Art for the exhibition Uneven Growth, Tactical Urbanism and Expanding Megacities. I look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you.